Welcome back to Lights Camera Akron.
I can't wait to go home later, curl up, and watch a movie.
A free one?
Yeah, right. There's practically nothing free nowadays.
I beg to differ. The library offers something pretty cool that I've got to show you. Check it out. Hey guys, so with this brutal weather lately, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be leaving your apartments or residence halls. And I happened to be in the student union the other day and saw this flyer about films online. I never knew that the university, well, the library's website has all these films that you could view online. So I was looking through this. They have Toy Story 3, they have The Help, all these very well-known movies, and they're all free with your UA Net ID and password. All right, so the first thing you want to do is just go ahead to the University of Akron Library website, which is www.uakron.edu/libraries. And right here in this search box area, you click on the UAL catalog. Towards the top here, you type in the title. I saw Flight, which is an awesome movie. On this drop-down box, go ahead and select Video and Submit. And what it does is it goes through all the database, so it might even have a book called Flight, but usually it's the top choice. And right here, there's Flight, the video, and you can see it's a video because of the little film here. Go ahead and just click Go. And log in with your UA Net ID and password. And then it'll automatically take you to this page, and you could obviously do the volume and enlarge the screen, and you're good to go. So it's pretty simple, and I'm sure if you had questions, just stop by the library, they can help you out. But at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this bad boy.
Now I don't have to go out in the cold to the video store.
Just looking out for you, brah.
But I will venture out to E.J. Thomas to watch some pretty cool shows coming up.
As always, Jen Danzak is here with some AK Entertainment.
Hey everyone, I hope your winter break went well and that you're getting back on the grind. I know I am, as I'm welcoming you to the first segment of AK Entertainment for the semester. I'm your host, Jen Danzak. Let's jump on in with an incredible speaker coming to campus for Rethinking Race Week. She's an award-winning journalist and author, and her name is Michelle Norris. She was the host of NPR's national program All Things Considered and is most certainly one of the most recognizable voices in radio. Since leaving the program, she's developed her own initiative called the Race Card Project, which captures the attitudes Americans have about race. She'll be at E.J. Thomas Hall on February 3rd. Steering away from race, let's move to a different kind of event coming to Akron. Bring It On, the musical. I'm sure you remember all of those lovely cheerleaders from the Bring It On movies and how much you loved them. That love inspired creators to make the movie come to life. The New York Times calls it impossible to resist. So follow your temptation over to E.J. Thomas Hall on February 5th to see this sassy musical. Now going back to Rethinking Race Week speakers, we have another incredible one with a not-so-serious look on the topic of racism. He was a writer for the Damon Wayans Show and even Saturday Night Live. His name is Preacher Moss. He turns serious issues into comedy in order to get his points across to his listeners. He'll be at EJ on February 6th at 7:30. Rethinking Race Week is going on now until February 14th, so head on over to uaevents.com to see who else is coming to town. Thanks for sticking around for this first segment of AK Entertainment this semester. I'll see you next time.
Great job, Jen.
I can't wait to see some of those.
You know, I'm not even gonna ask you if you wanna go this time.
Oh, I was looking forward to you going with me this time.
Awkward. Let's just go ahead and check out what one of our residence halls has to offer.
If you enjoy reading and all things super, did you know there's a comic book store right in Quaker Square?
Well, my name's Thomas Hoff. I've been here since 1988, and I manage the comic section.
My name is Robert Lemasters. I've been coming to Quaker Square since 1985.
Jay Nussbaum. He opened up the complex in 1976, I believe. And his thought was that if it didn't go well, he'd call it an April Fool's joke in a month. But it took off really well. At the height of this complex, there were 42 stores.
Well, as a subscriber of comics, what happens is I get my books regularly pulled for me. So if I don't show up, they're still here when I do show up. So if I miss a week, they're here.
Most favorite comic is probably X-Men. Really got to know Cyclops, so I've always felt a kinship to him. We actually have a customer who was a child of a collector who actually collects comics now, so it's really neat to see that life cycle and just how people grow.
More and more comics are going digital nowadays, and I think that's kind of a travesty to a certain point.
I think the people that grew up on comics as a physical media will stay with comics as a physical media.
People should read comic books because, one, it's good for mental exercises. It helps stir the creation juices in the brain.
I think they should read comics because I think that people can relate to them. There are every type of genre that you have out there, there's a comic for.
From the Quaker Square newsstand, this is Lights, Camera, Akron.
You know, Kara, I've stopped in that store before, and they have some pretty awesome stuff for those who are not even into the comic book world.
Well, maybe while we go to our next break, you all can figure out a time you can go on over to Quaker and look at some comic books.
Don't go anywhere.